welcome to the 2013 Hillsdale College Baseball Preview. My name is Genna Hilgenbrink, and I'm joined today by head coach Paul Nochi. Coach, welcome.
Thanks.
Now you're entering your 2013 season. What have you identified to be the team's biggest strengths?
Well, I think this year we have more depth. We brought in 18 freshmen and 9 pitchers, 9 position players. And last year we ran into some problems with some injuries and having kids play out of position. So this year we made a great effort of bringing in more players, and so I think our depth, our pitching should be strong. Even though we lost our number one, Matt Reck, to a knee injury, we feel that with our pitching depth we'll be able to compete.
All right. Well, describe for me the leadership your senior class gives to the team throughout the year.
That's tremendous. I mean, Scott Lannis and Brad Hayden, Tyler Hagerson, Scott Rhodes do just a tremendous job. For example, with all the freshmen that we had, they put together a 4-day mini camp prior to the fall season. So they contacted everybody in the summer, and they all came in on their own and had a 4-day mini camp on their own, led by the seniors, prior to school starting and our fall season starting. That's just an example. We got great leadership. It's something that we've strived to do over the last few years, and we're starting to reap the benefits from it.
Well, in your preseason workouts and training, who does the coaching staff consider to be standout freshmen?
That's a tough question because they all work so hard. A lot of competition in our freshman class, and some of them are going to be playing. Not the spot to announce it right now because they don't know. We're gonna get to that next week, actually, before we open Tampa. But Lucas Hamelink and Chris McDonald, as far as pitching, freshmen are going to do a lot on the mound for us. We expect good things from those two guys, and then I think we'll have a few freshmen sprinkled in the starting lineup this year.
Well, your season opens soon, February 21st at the University of Tampa, who last year was one of the best teams in the nation. How will playing a team so challenging so early benefit your season later on?
Yeah. Well, they're one of the best teams this year, too. They're ranked 4th in the nation. You want to be challenged. And, anytime you can get outside, so we're forced to go south, of course. And when you go south this early, you're forced to play Florida teams. But I think it's going to benefit us because it's going to be such a challenge, and that's going to get us ready for the GLIAC later on in the year. So we're just excited for the opportunity, to play somebody so good, because situations like that are hard to find sometimes. They're not willing to play you because of their schedule, because they can play anybody in Florida. They've already played 6 games, and for us to have that opportunity is just, the guys are pretty fired up about it.
Very good. Well, you're entering your 20th season as head baseball coach here at Hillsdale. How has college baseball and the GLIAC changed or evolved in that time?
Well, when I first got here, I think there were only 8 or 9 teams. And we've had teams, we've added teams since, we've had teams drop since, we've added more teams. Now we're up to 12. And the conference has grown as far as the colleges, but it's also grown as far as the competitive nature of it. We've had, Grand Valley's been nationally ranked, Ashland's been nationally ranked, Wayne State, Ashland and Grand Valley have been in the World Series, I think, 6 times in the last, I believe, 10 to 12 years. I'd say it was probably in the late 90s when I started seeing that teams were investing more into their programs, and baseball up north was starting to become a priority for a lot of teams, a lot of colleges. Before it was kind of just, the South and the West, and the Southwest was always strong baseball. Right. Baseball's always been important. And now the northern schools over the last 10, 15 years have have picked it up, and baseball is important to the northern schools now. So that's probably the biggest change that I've seen. When I first got here, this is a kind of a strange term, but it was kind of rinky-dink a little bit, and seriously, and it's become pretty strong. Our region's a very strong region in the nation.
All right, well, thank you, Coach, and thank you for watching the 2013 Hillsdale College Baseball Preview.